Hey there, my name is Brett Farrell, founder of the Farrell Group, your favorite lead gen agency, and home of the Million Person List. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about creating a hook, or we'll call it the headline, that generates you over 60% conversions consistently and time after time after time. Now, when we're talking about creating a headline and we're talking about 60%, I'm talking lead generation, I'm talking about lead tools that actually move the needle, that are things that your affiliates are going to be willing to promote for because the conversion rate are so high. Even though affiliates never want to actually promote to lead tools, they can't help but do so because the numbers back out so well after you actually opt them in and then sell them on something just as congruent. Now, the thing is, we're not talking about sales in this video. We're not talking about what's the offer after the fact of a lead tool. We're talking specifically right now what we do in order to get over a 60% conversion and how we can get their audiences and get people just to jump all over this. So the big thing for us is that most of our conversions are at that rate because of quizzes. Quizzes have been the secret sauce for us because people care about taking quizzes because it gives them something that they love more than anything. It gives them information about themselves. Everybody online searches selfishly. Whether we want to recognize it or not, we're looking online for stuff for ourselves. We're looking online for content that interests us. We're looking for stuff to keep us from the big word, boredom. So in this situation, what we have to do is we have to create a hook that no matter what, catches their attention so much that they cannot help but look away. So what is that? How do we do that? Well, I want you to think about this. If I was to ask you a very straightforward question and said, 1 in 3 people will be diagnosed with cancer, will you? How are you feeling right now? I mean, probably not the greatest, probably not like super excited. Keep in mind that's kind of a darker topic, so we're going a little dark on this example, but I want you to understand something. The moment that you hear that one statistic, and you hear that many people will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime, you're like, wow, I don't know. Could I be the 1 in 3? I mean, my family has had experiences with cancer. They've been affected in some way. I mean, could it be? So all of a sudden your brain starts to run. You start to think about the possibilities. You start thinking about the worst. You start WebMDing your life. You start getting this hypochondriac motion. You're like, oh my gosh. But then you go into this assessment and say, okay, this is a tool. This is an at-home tool. Like that I can see if this is me. Just, it's okay. But that's the intention. What we try to do is we try to attract a large enough audience and create a scenario that you could fit into blank. And that blank typically is not the best. It's not the best situation, right? One statistic that we found for business that was really fascinating is that it was I believe it was 8 out of 10. Yeah, so it was in Bloomberg. It was 80% of all business owners that start a business fail within the first year and a half. So if you say 4 out of 5 business owners will fail within the first 18 months, will you? How do you feel about that? All of a sudden you're like, well, what? I don't know. What am I doing? And then I say, take this very simple 42-second assessment to see if you are doing the right things or the wrong things to help prevent you from being yet another statistic in Bloomberg. Interesting, right? So in this whole situation with quizzes, we are able what we call poke the beast. We poke the beast because what we do is we ask questions that are difficult to help them really get down to brass tacks of whether they're going to succeed, whether they're going to fail, whether they're going to fall into this category of shall we call it pain, problem, issue, and despair. There's a chance that you could get into that situation, but you may not. So that curiosity, create as much curiosity as possible. This is the secret sauce. If people are curious in this world, or if more people are curious in this world, this would be a much different place where we live. But in honest truth, You need to create curiosity within any single tool that you provide them, because the more curiosity you inject, the more like, whether it's wonder for something in the negative or it's wonder for something in the positive, you have to play up the what if you could be like this, or what if this could happen to you. So the more that you play all of your lead tools, the more that you play all of your, I guess we'll call it, all of your brand, all of your business, all of what you're offering people on a regular basis, and the more curiosity you can inject into that formula, the more likely people are going to actually take it, and the more likely you're going to get over a 60% conversion on all of your lead tools. So look at what you're doing, look at your headline, and I want you to think, is this compelling? On its face, is this a duh? Or is this something that's, yeah, people are so curious about that they have to have? One example that we use specifically for quizzes that always questions or always puts it in the right frame of whether curiosity is there or not is our pizza example. So I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite topping? Well, if you don't like pizza, then you should just exit out of YouTube right now. I'm just kidding. All joking aside, like seriously, ask yourself, what's your favorite topping? If you said pepperoni, if you said Hawaiian, you said sausage, you said meat, whatever that is, when I asked you that, you knew exactly what you wanted. You knew exactly what it was. You knew exactly what the answer was going to be. And so why would you ever take a quiz on what's your favorite pizza topping? Why would you ever actually buy an assessment, or buy a lead tool or opt in for a lead tool that says, hey, submit your name and email to find out what your favorite pizza topping is? You already know it. You already have the answer. So why would you offer something for any of your audience that they can get the answer themselves, right? But in this case, if I flipped it just so slightly and said, which pizza topping is right for you, or what does your favorite pizza say about you? Now, what do you think? You don't know. You have no idea, because right now you're wondering, well, I think that's my favorite. I think that's what I want. But you don't know. So that is what you need to do with all your lead tools. That's what you need to do with when it comes to lead generation in your business. You need to create so much curiosity around what that next step could be. Could this lead tool generate to a 1 million person list? Could this next lead tool give you these skills you need to be a professional videographer while you're filming for ESPN and all of the biggest names in the industry? Could what you do is actually provide a functional medicine approach to help change your family's experience with cancer? You need to create curiosity, and so the moment that you do, people cannot leave the page without opting in. That is how we do 60% plus conversions, and that's how we get people to continue to not just opt in, but stay tuned and also share and share vigorously, okay? Follow those steps, change how you're approaching everything that you're doing, go back over everything that you have in there in your lead tools, and look at it and say, on its face, is it a duh, or is it, well, oh my gosh, this could be amazing, and is there curiosity coming through that? So thank you for tuning in. I have a gift for you. We actually have a checklist that we use on every single one of our lead tools, on every single one of our assessments, and even our quizzes that we run through that help us generate those 7-figure lists, not just for our own in-house work, but also for our clients as well. All you need to do to access this checklist is just click the link just below this video. I think it's going to serve you well, and I know for a fact that everybody that I've read or actually talked with has loved it as well. Please subscribe to this channel. Please like. If you didn't like this video, dislike it as well. I'm cool with that too. Comment. I respond to them personally. And I just thank you for your time and thank you for tuning in. My name is Brett Farrell, founder of the Farrell Group. Have a look at some of our other videos. We've got some links below, but also on the side here as well. Feel free to give us some feedback on what you think, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you so much, and take care. Bye-bye.